Hi again. I'm back in my car. So I'm about 3 weeks into my media studies course, and I'm deep into the assignments and coursework. It's been extremely interesting. I'm making connections between the theory that I'm learning and my own lived experiences. That's probably the perspective that I'll take in my coursework. I'll bring my lived experience to make sense of the material. But you know what's really annoying? I've been learning things about the Irish state that I didn't know before, that I should have known before now. It's kind of frustrating, but it makes me want to keep learning. On top of that, I've been given more responsibilities in work. I have some deadlines that I need to meet by the end of February, but some of the things that I need to finish are beyond my control. There are some materials and equipment that I need. I've ordered, but it's not up to me to fulfill those orders. I flagged this with my supervisor and manager, so all I can do is document my progress and also document the impact of not getting the support that I need. And of course, my usual workload hasn't gone away. So yeah, I'm doing quite a lot in work. Still, I'm determined to make this year a positive one. I'm focused on what I can control and moving towards my goals. Speaking of goals, I don't really think in terms of fixed win or lose objectives. I work in teams. By working in teams, it gives me flexibility. Right now, my big themes are video making, which I'm doing right now, studying media, and self-knowledge. They overlap, but they aren't exactly the same, and through them I feel like I'm uncovering more about my authentic self. So as you know, I do quite a bit of volunteering, and volunteering has helped me to learn more about myself and about my capacities. But recently, I've been reconsidering the amount of volunteering that I'm doing. I don't know how much longer I'll continue volunteering in the way that I've been doing it over the last number of years. Honestly, I feel like I've given enough. The biggest frustration? It's the lack of responsiveness from other volunteers. Everything moves so slowly. Volunteers struggle to focus, they resist new ideas, and avoid problem solving. But the worst part has to be the know-it-all attitude. Some of these people act like authorities on the subject matter or in the role. They make themselves out to be experts on what should and should not be done, but they don't actually do anything. And it honestly is starting to feel like it's dragging me down. Through volunteering, I've seen the same dysfunctional patterns and dynamics that I've been dealing with right throughout my whole life. But this time, it's like seeing them in miniature, a microcosm of all of the patterns that I've had to navigate. And that's given me a chance to step back, create distance, and figure out how to work around those dysfunctional patterns and avoid them if necessary. So one of the big challenges for me is learning how to call out dysfunction and hold people accountable for the way that they contribute to it. I'm realizing that other people's ineffectiveness is not my fault. That pointing out a problem does not mean that it's my job to fix it. People need to develop self-awareness and take responsibility for their own dysfunction. And in all this, I'm uncovering a part of myself that I used to keep hidden. The part that isn't afraid to criticize and correct others. But I want to do this in a way that is not personal, just effective. Because at the end of the day, learning and self-development come down to two things: the ability to accept feedback and the willingness to change and increase personal effectiveness. So what blocks people from changing? That's the real question, isn't it? What blocks people from doing that? From seeing where they're ineffective, accepting it, and then adapting? I'm thinking about this a lot. So where am I right now? I'm sitting in a car park, under a streetlight, talking to a camera. Why? Because this, documenting my life, developing my voice, is my way of stepping out of silence. I'm involved in a lot of things, but I'm at a point where I want to evaluate what's actually serving me. What creates value for me? I already know that I've created value for others. There's plenty of evidence for that. But now I want to stop being a people pleaser. That's where I'm at. So thanks for listening. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next week.